Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms. We're going to take a look at what your future self has to say to you, any advice it has, any guidance, motivation, and so on. So we have pile 1 here, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Make sure to choose intuitively. If you're not sure how, you can visit the video in the ribbon above. And once you've made your choice, the timestamps for your reading are in the comments and the description box. Whenever you are ready, we will get started. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading. We have this message from you from your future self. Let's see what it's all about. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. And when I lean toward love, I am led. Yes, it is asking you to follow something that is very passionate for you. Something you desire from a deep down level. Not something that, others approve of necessarily. It can be, let's say you have not been raised in a place where you're allowed to explore different ideas and drives and motivations, goals, etc. This is a kind of a stepping out of the comfort zone for you, but I'm getting the vibe of don't let others box you in very hard constraints. So lean towards the things that you love and the direction will present itself. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. You will know when the time comes. Okay, we have the parrot. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are. More confirmation about that. We have Nuthatch. Stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. Yes, so allow this change to happen because it looks like you're not wishing for anything that is going to lower your vibe in any way. It's rather going to raise it, and that does require you to deal with some difficult circumstances in the short run, but it is going to pave the path for your best interest, because I'm sensing a lot of encouragement here, so I don't have a reason to doubt you and your intentions, right? And it is something you desire from deep within that is very true to you, and it may not be societally approved, but it is something your soul desires to experience. We have Wren. Be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dreams. Yes, again, manifesting your dreams, making it happen, not backing down, not taking no for an answer. And as long as you keep following, the path will be shown to you. Not all at once in advance, but one by one, as and when you proceed forwards. Pile 1's future self, what would you like to tell Pile 1? Because you are accomplishing it in the future, and that's how your future self is able to give this advice to you right now. Okay, we have changes. So create changes, create transformations, and roll with the changes that occur in your life, even if you did not intend for that, because it is inherent to nature, it's inherent to the world that we exist in, that changes are going to be a part of this. It's how it is. But through the changes, we are able to grow and transform. We develop in many different ways, a lot more than we can understand at that time. But when we look back, we see what was created in a certain point in time and how that led to who we are today and who we will be in the future. So embrace the changes and allow the changes to happen. The more there is resistance, the more suffering there will be. Okay? And you are epic. So this is asking you to recognize your inner light, your inner beauty, and recognize your worth as well. gather motivation from within. You have the drive you need, you seek. You can make things happen for yourself. Then we have Creator Earth. So if you're asking about creating some material resources for yourself and are being constrained in that regard, then this is saying that you are the creator of your own path, your own finances, your own security, stability, and feelings of safety. When you feel it from deep within, you exude that into your environment, and the same thing is mirrored back to you because of the law of cause and effect. So recognizing your worth is essentially tapping into this earth element within you and grounding yourself deep in it. And as I say this, I notice the stay grounded once again. We have prosperity, sisters, are happiness and joy. So you're going to be happy and joyful in the future. Prosperity is going to be a part of the future. You are financially and career-wise stable, and today, your present day is making that happen. So it is asking you, and it is essential for you to recognize your own worth. We have gratitude again. This is asking you to be grateful for all the things that have happened and made you the way you are, because you are here, you are now, and you will be tomorrow, and the tomorrow, it just keeps getting better. So if not for some past event, you would not become who you need to become in order to attract this happiness and success and abundance that you wish for yourself. We have manifesting and doing. I think we already covered that. Actually, there's a lot of initiative taking happening here, listening to your heart, going with the flow, expressing your desires, and grounding your plans and thoughts and emotions into the tangible reality in whatever shape that you prefer. Pile 1's future self. Yes, we have third house again, which is communicating, thinking, connecting with the neighborhood, small networks, cousins, siblings, things like that are covered in this house. But largely it is mindset and the words you speak, because each of those has its own vibration, and through that you create your own mindset. Without you recognizing, you are subconsciously programming yourself based on your past, and that's how the past worries and concerns keep dredging up again and again. So it is asking you to shift your thought patterns in the direction that you are wishing to go. Think positive thoughts, think things that uplift you. Think about people and connect with people that uplift you, make you feel thankful to be here and for having them as your confidants of some sort. And I see sisters here, so if you have sisters, this might be asking you to connect with them. We also have Jupiter, which is luck, growth, expansion, optimism, and understanding. Jupiter also rules wisdom, knowledge, and awareness. So a lot of that is coming forward as well. New knowledge and perspective coming to you. You might be learning again, or you want to learn again, go back to school, or take a course of your own, or learn from the local community. It can be workshops even. Third is also communicating, advertising, marketing your own business. If you're wanting to start your own thing, then this is, spreading the word of mouth, asking people to come to your shop or your channel or your website, your blog, whatever it is you do, to come and support you, because there is a feeling of network going on here. Okay, with all these cards here. Okay. Pile 1's future self. What would they like to tell Pile 1? Okay, we have protoplanetary disk. I forgot what that was again. And we have expansion, which is a very Jupiterian card again. Let me just check protoplanetary. Yes, planets are formed here. So creating something large, concrete, solid, and the possibilities, the endless possibilities of that happening. So it is kind of saying you don't have to worry about how or when exactly. All you need to be concerned about clarity, knowing what you want, setting intentions, being very clear about whatever your goal is, who you want to be, and so on. Because the clearer the vision, the more likely you are to recognize the opportunities and the steps that lead you over there. Opportunities can come, but they will also go. But if you are aware of the final goal that you have for your life, then you can take the opportunity the moment it arrives. And there are no delays. You're going with complete trust and you're making it happen as and when the situations are presented to you. Okay, let's get you some tarot now. Powers, future selves. Those do they have for power one? We have 8 of Wands, which is fast-paced. It also rules communication. So move quickly, do not delay. That's what I was getting here. Be spontaneous. Third house can rule spontaneity as well, in a way, because, yeah, as you learn more, talk more, communicate clearly, express yourself, and so on. Yes, we were talking about the whole past, present, future, the whole timeline here, how the past is the crucible for the today, and today is the crucible for tomorrow. The Six of Cups is denoting exactly that. This is something that you might have wanted to do throughout your entire childhood, or as a child you wanted to do something and it has just remained a dream or an unfulfilled wish. It's possible. Then we have 5 of Wands. This is again pointing to a lack of clarity, and the clearer you are, the faster you will move. Yes, the clarity is the Ace of Swords, gaining the epiphany, being very clear in what you're thinking, what you're wanting, what you are saying. We have Elder of Pentacles, which is the ultimate pentacle card. The Elder of Pentacles has established all things financially and career status, the house, the land, the partner, he has taught, he has learned, he has colleagues and friends and everything. He's loved by everyone and he's very grounded and calm and tempered as well. Slow and steady, but builds a legacy. Okay, that's the archetype we're dealing with, and that's really amazing. Again, re-emphasizes that financially and earth, materially, you are fine. So that's not something you need to be worried about. And if you're wanting to expand in this area, then this is just further encouragement for you. As long as you're grounded and humble, you're going to get the clarity, you will recognize the opportunities, and you're going to go forward in a very straight and quick path. Yes, we have the World. Graduating, transcending, traveling. 8 of Wands in the World can also denote traveling. You can, study abroad or take an online course which is based somewhere internationally. You also can be relocating for your college or work or whatever career path you're on. But basically it is talking about transcending your current situations and circumstances and getting out of a loop and finishing the chapters, understanding what this was all about, and now stepping into a new role of complete abundance where you're not conflicted in any way anymore. You know what you want, you know where to go, and you're just going to follow cues. That does not mean that you know each and every specific thing, but you have a feeling, you have a vision, you have an idea of where it is you're headed and why. As long as that why is very clear, you are able to take the correct actions in order to take one more step and one more towards that final goal, right? Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this gave you a lot of insights. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other videos. They're all there on my channel. But until next time, take care. Bye. Hi Paltu, welcome to your reading. We'll see what your future selves have to say to you. Okay, we have energy flows where my intention goes. We have I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. This someone can be referring to someone else, but it can also be talking about you yourself, reinventing, seeing yourself from different perspective. Okay, we have my vibes speak louder than my words. Okay, this can be a specific message perhaps, but I'm getting let the awareness and the knowledge that comes to you be imbued in your everyday life. The things that you read and learn, try to apply them in your everyday life and routine as much or as often as you can. Because I'm getting a channel it vibe, basically. Okay, I'm curious about this one. It can also be referring to, if you're like trying to manifest a particular person, then this is asking you to let go of an old ideology you have had about either relationships or about that person, in order to, revisit the connection again. That does not necessarily have to be for everyone. It's kind of pointing towards wherever you focus, that's where you're going to be putting in your actions. You're investing more energy in that direction, so there are more chances of that coming to fruition. But with the butterflies being there, I feel like there needs to be a certain shift. Yes, we have the magpie. Re-evaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. Yes, that's perspective shift again and reprioritizing. And we have starling. Now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. Okay. Being very honest with yourself, being honest with others, doing things that you fully want instead of kinda do, kinda not, and you're just doing something to, gel with people. So connecting in authentic ways is going to bring you authentic friendships and partnerships. So that's the suggestion there, okay? What else? What else do we have for pile 2? Yes. We have Taurus, fixed earth sign, and we have the 7th house. Yeah, again, 7th house is related to partnerships, and second house with Taurus is related to the material world, the physical sensation, sensuality, groundedness, career, finances, and so on. So there might be a partner that can benefit you in terms of your career, if that resonates. There's just a lot of different messages for this pile here. So I'm trying to, break it down for all of you, but it's a little bit tricky. Let's see more cards to see if this clears up a bit. Okay. Pile 2, sweet yourselves, messages for pile 2. Stabilize your connections, your romantic connections, and improve your relationship with money. Okay, let's see what's here. Inflow with money. So yeah, stepping into abundance mindset, or more flowing, channeling again. So you can have a lot of money making ideas perhaps, but you're only keeping it in your mind and maybe sharing with a couple close members, but you're not doing anything tangible to make that come to fruition. We have raw intention. Yeah, so fuel up on into intentions and just channel that, because we've intention twice here. It's just how much do you want something? You know, let that flow, let that take you. Okay. Or someone, you know, not in a toxic manner, but very truthfully. Again, we have so much of authenticity that you need to pay attention to that, the original intent. Yeah, with the raw there, it's like, what is it in its purest form? Not something that has been conditioned by the outside world and our past, but what speaks truly to you about a person or situation or yourself. This can be changing your appearance, changing your wardrobe, your mindset, your emotional set point, i.e. who do you let into your life, who do you not, what worth and what things do you value, what are your priorities, all of those things, right? If you were to look at it from a much deeper perspective, what would really remain? We have rise, which is a very phoenix energy here. Taurus. Yeah, people, if you have like Taurus in the 7th house, then we're talking about Scorpio risings here, or Scorpio sun or moon. Yeah, that can resonate for some of you. And also we have 22. These are random messages as well, but this is kind of talking about rising to the occasion. We have collaboration of souls, which is harmony, teamwork, kind of blending your strengths and weaknesses with others by working together. Also union and harmony, inflow with someone or something, inflow with money, with things of worth and priority to you. That's basically what this card is saying to me. We have, what does your soul say? Again, that very deep, needing to go down very deep and dig deep to find your truest intention. Why do you want to do a certain thing? It's important to ask yourself why, because that's when we can, identify if something is toxic and we should not be holding on to it, or it is something so pure that we can't deny it, and denying it would in fact constitute as a sin in our minds. We have lead your metamorphosis, yes, with the butterflies, shifting, some sort of shift happening. And we have you are epic, realizing your worth, recognizing your potentials and your capacities. Okay, kind to viewers. And the collaboration of souls is the 2 of Cups card in my mind, and that is the soulmate card, the union and the harmony as well. So again, it can be referring to some person that you might be in touch with and is playing heavy in your mind. Okay, we have the spiral, so some pattern that has been repeated numerous times, that is still going on, and it's kind of which way do you want it to turn. And it is right now that you can decide which way do you need it to go. And if it consists of another person, then it is also up to the other person to decide which way. But as long as it is muddy, the same spiral up or down is just going to continue without any conclusion or any stop. We have the telescope. Yeah, looking at things with more observation, more observance. That's needed here in order to identify what your soul is saying and also what your raw intention is, your purest intention. What things are very deeply prioritized for you. In order to identify all that, we need to look a little bit deeper, enlarge the smaller things that we normally ignore, but should not be ignored, right? But how can you know if you never look, right? Yes, so enlarging that. What else do we have? Yes, we have vapor trail, leaving your mark, leaving your trail. Yes. What am I getting there? One is kind of doing the work that you wish to be doing, or following the path you want to be following, and leaving a mark in someone's life or in the world, or whatever your ambitions are. But yes, you will be leaving a mark, of course. That has not been a question so far, really. Okay, we have 5 of Wands, so something of conflict, and we have the Strength, which is restraint, strength, tenacity, bravery, courage. They're needing to deal with a conflict with strength. So if it has been that looping repetition of not going forward, not going backward, limbo, I don't know what this is. Sometimes we go forward and then we, take a couple of steps back and so on. This can be, clarify what it is you want. Just clear that, and you can know that by going much deeper. And once you do that, gain your strength from it. The raw intention is very fiery, very passionate, connected with strength. With the Strength in tarot has a little bit of a gentler glow. But that doesn't mean that the primal part of it is gone. The primal part of it is very much present, and it is very much in control of the human. Okay? So whatever the situation is, you need to use a lot of inner strength. We have Explorer of Wands, and we have 6 of Pentacles. Feeding your passions. Again, not the shallow type, but what is deeply passionate, because the Explorer of Wands keeps chasing the fire, right? It needs the fire to remain, the passion to remain. It does not want for it to rush towards something and then burn itself out and then need a long break and then try again. No, it wants the fire to keep blazing. That's where the excitement is. That's where the spontaneity is, right? How can you make that happen? Is by flowing with it, not trying to capture something, not trying to force something to happen, but rather working with what appears in front of you. So strength doesn't mean that you stand one ground. Strength can also be in flow, because you have the wisdom and the intelligence to recognize when something is not working, and when you have fed it already everything that you could have, and you have done everything you could have done, and take a couple steps back. It's done. It's over. Next. What else excites you? What more makes you feel curious about the world? What more do you want to explore? Try to feed your energy there, because you don't know what is going to lead where. There's many ways that a path can be formed towards a destination that you truly desire. It doesn't matter how something happens. It just is that whatever is truest to you will be the thing that manifests. That's where the energy will be focused, and the more focus you put in, the faster it materializes. And by focus, I of course mean mental, emotional, and also physical. Which way do you wish to direct the energy? Okay. What mark do you wish to leave? We have Child of Cups. Daydream, imagine, idealism. These topics can be of relevance here as well. We'll see more, and then I will interpret that. One more. Tap into your artistic abilities if that's something that interests you. We have 8 of Wands. Maybe pile 1 might be a little bit resonant for you as well. Not for everyone, but if you are already called to it, then maybe check that out, because we have these 2 cards repeating, and also this one. Yes. And we did have some intention work in that as well. It's a little bit different though, so it won't be for everyone. But this is saying manifest your wishes. Kind of the Child of Cups and Eight of Wands. Speak your heart. Okay? Speak it and be done with it. Because Eight of Wands is not... It's shooting stars, right? It's really fast and it's done. It's fast done. It's glamorous, it's gorgeous, it's absolutely a splendid sight to behold. But then it's done, and that's how the magic remains, right? Some things are ephemeral, some things are meant to last. So what is that undying source of light, of wonder, of amazement you have that can keep your fire burning, keep your passions running for someone or something? Or just finding motivation within yourself. If you have trouble doing that, you can manifest that as well. What inspires you? Exploring beauty, aesthetics, spiritual advents, creative pursuits, things like this can boost this stamina of sorts, the spiritual stamina, and it can help you deal with the various life circumstances that I was talking about. It was just so dispersed in this pile, and I'm kind of reeling now, but hopefully it was clear enough and everyone got something out of it. So let me know. I wish you the very best with your future. It looks quite nice, really. There's just so much strength and passion, like constantly running, and it's about how can you keep going? How can you always form very healthy connections with people and with yourself, with your life, with your situations? The power of observing and decluttering once in a while. It's very little things, it seems, in this reading, but these very little things can form such a different lifestyle, right? And that particular lifestyle invites healthy people, healthy mindsets, healthy living, and that's priceless. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here. I would love to hear back from you if you wish to share, of course, but if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me as well. The link is in the description box and the comment below. If you want to watch some other videos of mine, you can always see my channel. There are many videos, many different genres, so check whatever you want whenever you want. Until next time, take care. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. We'll see what messages your future self has for you. First card we have is I surrender to a power greater than me. Then we have oneness is my true nature. And then we have in any moment I can surrender to a powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Okay, very spiritual this pile, so if you're not on this track, then this can be an encouragement or a direction for you to move towards. There are two cards mentioning surrender and surrendering to the cosmic oneness. Very blue here, so connecting and expressing your higher self or your spirit in a material format, or at least moving in that direction. These are things that your higher self, your future self wishes you to do. Okay. We also have White Swan, the power of divine grace is within you. And we have accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin. A recalibration, purification, release of sorts is again being asked from you here in order for your future self to be one and whole. I feel as though there are some fractured parts of you that have been lost over the years. For various different reasons. It can be, reasons such as family says you should not do a certain thing, or the environment that you lived in, your relatives or your co-workers and so on, they don't encourage a certain part of you. And over time, you feel conditioned to remove that aspect of you from yourself. But when you remove a certain thing, you don't get rid of it. It's there, it's in the subconscious, it's in the background, and that subconscious mind plays a very massive role in creating your future circumstances, actions, and the life that you create for yourself in the future. So this here looks like you need to metamorphosize that whole situation or situations. Okay, it could have happened along multiple times in your lifetime, which has validated a certain type of worldview or perspective you hold, which goes away from the oneness perspective. The knowing that everything is interconnected and everyone is interconnected as well can feel like a very theoretical thing in your mind, but this is pointing you towards it's applicable in our lives, in your lives, and this is where you will feel most wholesome, this is where you will be fulfilled, and that's where you're supposed to be headed. There's a lot of transformation needing to be done with the vulture and the I surrender the butterfly over there. Yes, so some inner work, shadow work that's going on. We have Rise, which is a very Phoenix card according to me. Rising to the occasion, rising from the ashes, leaving behind heavier energy so you can, float away and towards your dreams, towards the higher vision. And then we have Bliss is worth creating from. And we have fall in love with your own story. Yes, things are taking you to a more wholesome state of being. Also, it's interesting here that the Rise card is again very blue and peacock-like. Meanwhile, these two cards are quite colorful, corresponding with the oneness card that we have there. Leading life from your heart space, where you feel most fulfilled, doing things that you feel happiest doing. That's being encouraged here, and that will take you towards this oneness feeling. The edge of evolution feels messy. Again, talking about transformation, cyclical advancement, ascension, transcendence of your current limiting circumstances of your life. We also have imbalance. So living in moderation, being able to cater to both sides of your polarities. I know it's very generic, but again, everyone's dealing with a different type of situation. But let's say work and rest balance, right? We all need that. We need to do both in moderation, each in its own time. Each has its own space. So it's not like working is bad and that we should stop working, or that resting is bad, we should stop resting, right? We need both in order to be fully fulfilled. So this here is asking you to regain your balance, and prayer, contemplation, stillness, forms of meditation, therapy, counseling, talking with people who, according to you, are, loving unconditionally. Such people can help you out. If you're unable to, deal with some circumstances by yourself, you can always ask for help. But with the white swan there, it feels as though only you are able to heal yourself. And the divine grace is within you, as in the healing abilities and strength is already inside you. The wisdom is going to come from you. And, to be honest, everyone can say a million words and motivate you a million times and inspire you in so many different ways, but somehow it does not feel as convincing as when it comes from within you. It's such a resounding feeling. It echoes through your entire being, and that internal motivation or internal inspiration is enough to create the motivation you need to create this life that you wish for yourself. Right? Allowing your heart to express itself, to find courage to do that, you need to tap within, because the blocks are within. And as and when you do that, you're going to be feeling a lot grateful. And, you can always start with gratitude as well. Whenever you go through a problem or obstacle, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Just ask, What can I learn from here? What am I taking away from this? What am I becoming? What is the circumstance making me into? For example, when we go through a really tough time, there are some people who just, sit back and stay in a victim mentality and never come out of it because it just hits them so hard. And I'm not discounting the pain or the chaos that happens during difficult times of our lives, but there are also this other group who goes, if I can get through this, I can get through anything. And that is a test and a proof of their own levels of tenacity and perseverance. It's not necessary that you're developing that tenacity and perseverance during this tough time, but it is something that helps you prove to yourself that this is something you've got down. Okay, you can do it, and that's that. So if you can deal with a certain situation for a long period of time, that just is one more notch, a tick mark of, yes, you can do it. You can set anything that you put your efforts into or your attention towards, right? So this is asking you to transmute and transform that energy, that willpower, and that healing capacity, and extend that into the rest of your life, to recombine the separated parts of you, emotions, mentally, and also identity-wise, into yourself, to understand, to grow from it, to rise above it, and to have an overall understanding and awareness of where you come from, what you have learned, what you need to be learning, and where you are going, what you wish to be experiencing. Okay, what do you really want? Exactly, knowing what you really want, not reacting based on the masses, the collective. The collective, of course, we build the collective by existence, but the collective does not dictate the individual path. So what do you really want, and how can you figure it out? Right? Because when you behave from this perspective, then you can attract more support from the universe. You can surrender when the time is right. You can take action when the time is right, because you're very aligned. Okay? This is asking you to regain that balance and come into alignment with your own fulfillment and happiness. Okay, let's see more. Pile 3's future selves. What do they have to say to Pile 3? Yes, okay, we have dark energy, again shadow work. And in the shadows, you will find your greatest potentials as well. We have magnetic field. Yeah, you attract what you are instead of what you want. That's why it's important to know what you want and figure out what's stopping you and why. Once you deal with that, you become what you want. And when you become that, you attract it in your everyday reality. We have microgravity, another card talking about attraction, pulling things in your periphery. This can be your circumstances and the people that you attract as well. We have constellation, which is talking about you have a lot of help from your guides, your higher self, from yourself, from the people you surround yourself with, who again satisfy the condition of unconditional love. Yes, the shadows, yes, basically at this point you're creating, you are creating from the subconscious. So it is very important to maintain the subconscious health. Subconscious is the bridge between our higher self and our conscious life, the decisions we take on our everyday activity, processing through our mind, right? Meanwhile, subconscious can convey its messages through dream symbolism, which can help us direct our attention in a certain way, and it is programmed in a way that we can understand consciously, or if you don't want to bridge the gap, then we generally take symbolism from the dreams, from this reading, for example, and also from numerology. But whatever method is appealing to you, whatever speaks right to you, just try to follow the subconscious cues as best as you can, and the rest, I feel, is going to come along as and when you proceed in this journey. I'm not sensing a very direct path, and not just one way to reach to this oneness. You can start anywhere, you can begin anywhere. It's just the wish to consolidate your essence, to become one and to raise yourself healthily by reprogramming your own subconscious. Some people use subliminals, some people use meditation, some people use therapy. It's again different for everyone. Whatever speaks to you, it doesn't matter, as long as you have the wish to transform and you know which way you wish to transform. The guidance is going to come, and I feel as though you're kind of surrounded in a bubble of that. You're very protected as you transform. Okay. Yes, X-rays, kind of seeing through, seeing beyond what you can see, getting a deeper perspective of things, seeing things a lot more clearly can happen when you delve into the darker energy or the shadowy aspects of your life. It's not something to be afraid of, because it is a part of you, and that again can be applicable to this oneness, is my true nature. When you consolidate the shadow with the light, then you come into full awareness, and you know what you're doing when you are doing, and you are very much aware of whether you're taking a decision from a place of your higher self or from the ego self, right? That way you can keep yourself in check for the longer run and forms a healthier life. Yes, then we have vapor trail. So whichever path you choose, it is going to lead you to a specific destination. It doesn't matter if you move around and take a little bit of a shortcut here and there, or you take some time to reach that right spot, because ultimately you're going to reach that point of oneness. So it's just your choice whether you want to delay the bliss and the oneness, or you want to go towards it right now. Both are okay with your future self. In the end, you're reaching it, okay? I was getting something else with the vapor trail. Can't remember now. Maybe it will come back around. The path will be shown to you as you proceed. You will see more than what you can see. It's kind of like, you can see a certain distance when you look ahead along a long road, but the moment you reach that end, there is no end. There's more road, or more like ocean and a horizon, right? The moment you reach that horizon, there is more ocean. So something of that sort. You will see more when the time is right. For now, this is what is important for you. We have Gemini, which is learning, speaking, mindset, communicating with your siblings or close relatives, members, neighbors, all of that. So what do you think? What do you say to yourself? What do you say to spirit? What do you pray for? What do you think in your private moments? And what type of people are you surrounding yourself with? What would you like to associate? These things are some questions you can ask yourself. And also take the learner's role, regardless of where you are in life at this moment. There are so many things left to learn. So take on the learner's role, and that is going to expand your mind a lot. Yes, we have Cancer, which is a cardinal water sign. Very feeling and very sensitive. So again, pointing towards the heart. The feelings you feel when you are by yourself, how you associate with your family, or your feelings of home and emotional safety and stability. These topics need to be explored and learned about, because I feel like your heart is, in a way, it's sort of blocked, or it is unable to express itself very clearly in a tangible sense. So even if you know what you want, you're unable to say it out loud, or unable to create it in your everyday environment. So the heart and the throat, these two things that you need to be working on, and these are some cues that you can follow, of course. Okay. Yes, we have Child of Swords, which is a very Geminian card, which is also the Page of Swords. What else do we have? Learning a lot. Yes, Death card. We have transformation, Scorpio energy here. Again, very Phoenix. Okay, what else? What else do we have for pile 3? A lot of changes coming up, and it's for the better. You can create your own shifts and changes. So that's very nice. It's kind of giving you the chance to take accountability for decisions you have taken, and to do the opposite but positive version of any negative actions or thoughts that you have taken, not only towards others but also yourself. Because if you keep self-deprecating yourself, then that's the type of people you will attract as well, who are also feeling really low about themselves, and therefore you're constantly in that surrounding. And on the flip side, you also attract people who make you feel even lower. So if you, for example, identify with I feel worthless because I'm unable to create my dreams, right? Then you will find more people. The more you keep repeating that to yourself, the more you believe it. Like any other affirmation, there are negative affirmations and also positive. Negative are things that pull you down, and positive are ones that pick you up. So whatever you keep repeating in your mind and in your vicinity are some things that you can attract, and also you can attract things that can prove to you that what you think is right. It's just very self-created at this point. That's what I'm feeling. It feels like a sort of a vortex, and it's all reacted from the subconscious. And it doesn't need to keep repeating, because evolution is coming. Okay, if you're already starting to work on this, then this is saying, just keep going. It can feel a little bit chaotic and messy in certain periods, also with death. Like, you don't see the life right away. You're just releasing, constantly releasing. But trust that there will be more to come, because attraction and magnetism is not going anywhere. This is a law that remains. We have 9 of Wands talking about perseverance and tenacity. We have Explorer of Cups, so exploring your emotions, delving much deeper into the subconscious, all those things we talked about. Learn more about symbolism if that's something that can help you understand your dreams. What else? Yeah, getting in touch with your heart, expressing your artistic and creative abilities in whatever format you prefer. Learning more artistic and creative occupations or career paths, or just hobbies, it doesn't matter. It's about exploring and letting yourself be and be free. We have 7 of Cups, so daydreaming, imagination, things like that, making different choices, many options being presented to you. Like I was saying, it's not just one correct path. Speaking of path, we have the Chariot right underneath Vapor Trail. So the road will be opened for you, and along the way, whatever comes, you can get through. The charioteer is not afraid of obstacles. It's like, oh well, another road bump. When we're driving and there's a speed bump, we don't cry over the speed bump, right? We just, minor inconvenience, anyway, moving on, right? It's something of that attitude. When you have your focus and your goal set, then you're not going to be deterred by little hiccups along the way. And because there are so many ways that you can reach this end goal of wholeness and feeling very fulfilled within yourself, it doesn't matter if this path seems very blocked. You don't have to bang your head over and over again in that direction. You can see if there are any other options. If there are none, of course, then it is about perseverance. But if there are different options, try things out. Even if it means you have to learn different things along the way, that's fine, because it's only expanding your mind. And through expansion, you feel much secure and better about yourself. You fall in love with your own story. You find your balance and you find your wholeness as well. Okay. I want to get you some more tarot cards, actually. Pile 3 viewers. Future selves of Pile 3. What would they like to say? It's quite clear, really, this one. Yes, we have Ace of Pentacles, laying new foundations for yourself. finding more security, newfound security. There you go. We have the Emperor, talks about stability, security, structure, responsibility, authority figures, taking authority and lead of your own life. If you want to establish your own business, something that speaks very true to you, this is the Lovers here asking you to make that choice and move forward in it as long as it's in your highest vibe. If you're not sure, then yes, contemplate, stillness, prayer. When you know, you know. That's the feeling of the Lovers. You can't deny that you need to be making this change and that it is going to create a long-term impact on you. Of course, take your time. If you're not sure, don't push yourself unnecessarily so that you don't attract fear and insecurity along with you. Deal with the fears and the insecurities that come along and then make the choice when you're comfortable. The Lovers is also a Gemini card, so it talks about the communication aspect of things, how you relate to things, how you see the different perspectives of life, of emotions. Yes. We also have Justice, removing any karmic imbalances, coming into balance, finding your liberation. Yes, finding harmony, equilibrium, Libra card. Then we have Four of Cups, and all of this is going to just instigate more and more passion and inspiration in your life. You will find that inevitably. Keep your mind open. Don't be fixated on one particular method of achieving this goal. Like I said, there are many different options, and with the Four of Cups, if you're fixated on one direction only, you can miss out on the gifts and the opportunities that come from another direction or a person. So keep your mind and your eyes open to the different opportunities once you set your intention and once you're getting clearer. If you're trying to find inspiration and you're like, yeah, but I'm looking here and I'm not able to find it, then maybe look elsewhere, and you will. We have Queen of Swords, which is gaining clarity, truth, tapping into your self-awareness, wisdom, all of those things. Seeing things from a little bit more of an objective perspective in order to isolate and analyze the different parts of yourself that have been fractured in the past. Once you're able to do that, when you're able to be objective just a little bit, you don't take everything so personally once again. Instead, you can understand, and when you understand, then you can, feel what that feels like. That's when the consolidation can happen, right? Thinking is just thinking, feeling is feeling. Combine the two, incorporate within yourself. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 3. I hope this helped you out. There's a lot here, so I wish you all the very best. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other readings. There are plenty on my channel. So check whatever you want, whenever you want. Until next time, take care. Bye. Hi Pile 4, welcome to your reading. We'll see what your future self has to say to you. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I am being guided. And we have, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. A lot about the faith part, a trusting, yes, this kind of reminds me of a heart. So heart's fulfillment, desires, bliss, happiness. I feel like your future self is quite, again, very trusting and knows when to let go of expectations and releases all forms of control or need to control. We have Condor, hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. Yes, and we have Meadowlark, smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. Okay, so there can be some awareness and knowledge that comes towards you regarding yourself, how you operate, the things that you want to create, so your desires can become a lot more clear to you, and that is going to pave the way for you, for your future, for you to be able to trust and be happy and fulfilled and so on and so forth. All of these things are also going to pan out in the future. We have the time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. Yes, and we have Parrot. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are. Yeah. Kind of move towards your highest aspirations. That's the guidance that I'm getting overall. We'll get more cards. Pile 4 is future selves. What would they like to tell pile 4? Yes. Don't be apologetic about the things that you want to create for yourself and for community, for others, whatever speaks to you. But, you know, expanding your skill set, mastering your skill sets, and so on is being emphasized. So we have Virgo. Yeah, that's very blue jay card that we got here. Being very detail oriented, focused on something that you want to create, finding different ways and methods in order to make that something the best version that is possible. We have Uranus, rebel, reform, unpredictable, and eccentric. When I saw Uranus, I thought, unexpected developments or solutions and paths can appear in an unexpected manner. So you're not even looking in a certain direction, but you want a certain outcome. You're like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but this is something that I want. And you will find that this solution or this path that is created for you comes in a very unexpected manner from an unexpected person or in a unexpected format. And we have the 12th house, trusting the universe, your faith in it, higher self, spirit, releasing certain things again that need to control or make things happen with your own hands all the time. That's not always possible. It can also be others' thoughts that you need to let go, or others' opinions, or others' way of working and how they perceive work and service, because Virgo is related with the 6th house. So you should have this type of job and that's the only right way, or this much income, this type of status, this designation, this way or form of service, that's the only right way. All others are trash and we don't need to pay attention. In some places that's the ideology, that's the thinking pattern. So if you have been coming from that background, then this is saying let go of that type of understanding, because Uranus is that rebellious type. It rules Uranus. So when you know objectively in your mind by observing your environment and as you've grown up, how you have understood and processed the life that you have led, you come to a greater understanding that that old ideology and mentality no longer holds. It would have had its merits at a certain time, but nothing is permanent, right? Nothing is permanent. So we need to establish a new way of serving the community or serving the highest goals that we have. What type of job or occupation will lead to the highest fulfillment? That's something that we need to pave for ourselves, because with each generation things are shifting and changing. So what speaks true to you? Master those abilities, find those abilities, be humble throughout the process, because once you lose humility, then that's it. I mean, arrogance kind of kills the growth process, the learning process. When you start believing that, yes, I'm perfect and I'm right, then you're no longer open to receiving more information that contradicts or correlates with what you are saying, right? So it's very important here to be humble and control in a way that everything is well paced. So I'm getting a steady movement towards the highest vision and aspirations you have for your life. You can move past whatever hurdles, blockages that stand in your way, because first of all, you have support, and second of all, that highest vision is in your highest, best interest of your higher self here. So when we are oriented with the universe, we are well equipped and well supported to move past anything. And it's actually a very happy journey. Because we have smile here, even if it can feel a little bit bittersweet at times. This is, the more you know, the happier you feel. That's what I'm getting here. The more you delve into your shadows or your subconscious or your astral body, to whatever extent you practice spirituality, meditation, mindfulness, and so on, the more you know, the more you get into it, the greater your trust and faith, because you see that your life circumstances shift in a certain manner that reaffirms your faith. Okay. Let's get more cards. Yes, we have the distraction of shiny things. Yes, I was going to say that because your mind is able to create anything that it wants to. Okay, your thought, your words, your emotions, all of that is vibration, and you're able to create from that space. So it is important to know what you want to be creating. What you know will make you feel very safe, grounded, secure, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and also physically, right? So don't get distracted by the shiny things like, ooh, okay, so being CEO is excellent, you know, or having this car is perfect. Only then you're successful. Having a car and this particular house and this particular location and so on, that's the measure of success, and nothing else even compares. Right? We have a very strong extremism and polarity happening in the world and since a while now, and we all can get distracted from time to time in this direction. But it's not necessary that everyone is going to feel truly happy to that same extent that we want to feel happy through the same things, right? Like for me, I don't care about cars, so I'm not interested. But if I were to cater to the societal norms, then I would get a really expensive car at some point just to prove a point that, hey, now I'm successful. But for some reason, I would not feel successful even then, right? So that would be a distraction, and I'm reacting to that distraction. And therefore, I'm moving away the true shiny things that make me glow and radiate and burst my own light, right? So don't get distracted by these things. Instead, look for what is truly shiny, what is actual success and beauty and glamour or whatever it is you're seeking to you. We have Creator Earth, so you can create your own abundance, your own finances, career, stability, security, all of that. And we have Light in the unexpected. Yes, the unexpected solutions that I was talking about before. What else do we have? Yes, unexpected solutions can come along the way as you orient your thoughts and focus more clearly about what you want to create. We have Celebrate your wins. Give yourself, a pat on the back when you do something great and you achieve something. The little successes go a long way. So be proud of that. We have Fierce Serenity, so gentle power, tapping into that inner courage, boldness. The ability to move past any hurdle comes from within here, and you already have that, so tap into it. Stay calm on the surface. You don't need to react to everything, right? Reaction is because something hit you really deep. So when people react very heavily, they assume that it is a sign of strength, but actually, they're feeling hurt by something. And instead they need to, take care of themselves. They need to listen to their own emotions and body once in a while so that they don't lash out on any topic or every topic, depending how severe it is. But the gentle power, that inner power that is, it exudes instead of enforced, right? So exude that power, that fierceness in your movement, in your actions, in your words, in your presentation, and so on, because you already have that in you. And we have Shift the Way to New Potential. Creating your own transformation. I feel a lot of personal authority here, like taking matters into your own hands, manifesting, taking action, and leaving the rest, leaving the outcome to the universe. There is a time to surrender, right? Okay, one more card, please. We have one more card for pile 4. We have Changes, again talking about transformation. It is happening, and also it is bringing new potential into light so that you can shift in that direction. Okay, so whenever there are these random changes that happen in your life, it's okay, because it's bringing into your awareness all the things that you are capable of and the skill sets that are going to be useful for you in the long run for your success. Again, whatever success means to you personally. Okay. Fire Force, future selves. Personal development. Yeah. Future selves of Fire Force. Let's see what we have then. Okay, we have plenty of cards. So we have entropy. Yes, disturbance, chaos that happens in a system. We have the cosmic network. So yes, again, more Aquarian energy. Where is that? Let me see. Rebel, highest vision. All of that is very Aquarian. Okay, we have dark nebula. We have matter, protoplanetary disk, and attraction. Yes. You attract what you are. So are you already what you want to be? If not, how can you move towards it? That's something I get with the attraction. You can create your own reality, dealing with heavy topics and transcending that point. So not getting stuck by heavier, denser energies, but also it is talking about how you can materialize and bring into the tangible reality what it is you want, because dark nebula is all about the potential that exists in the darkness. It's sort of hiding the stars behind it. So you already have the skill sets, and the more masks you put on, or the more masks you allow others to put on you subconsciously, it is just going to dim your light more and more. But what the deep down you wants to create is light. It wants to be honest. It wants to be you. It wants to be super authentic and connected and aligned with the universe. And that's something that your future self is asking you to move towards. Talk to certain people who are in this direction already. You might already have some friends or some mentors, something online, a book, anything really that connects you to this different world that talks about how you can uncover the stars here and materialize the dreams that you want to materialize into your reality. There's a lot of potential here. Protoplanetary disk as well. It's from where planets are formed. So there's more substance. It's just very chaotic. And it is up to an intelligence to materialize it in a way that is cohesive and makes sense to a system, right? So it feels as though you have a lot of raw materials within you in terms of your skills, resources, but it's in random places. It needs a little bit more structure. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, it's like, oh, we're gonna get the Emperor, isn't it? We're talking so much about structure, stability, and all that. We have the Emperor, talks exactly of that, taking personal authority of your life. We have the Star, which is also very Aquarius. We were talking about making the stars and making them shine. So all that, hopes and aspirations, and very much connected with the universe. And don't forget to remain as such along the journey. But as long as you know you're following your own spirit, you're not going to get lost. So that's not a problem. Okay, what else do we have? 24. Yes, we have the Four of Cups. This is okay, let's see more. Yeah, if you're feeling stagnant in some way or dissatisfied, then it is time to look towards what you want to create and be open to the different methods that the solutions and opportunities can come towards you. With the star, I'm getting the universe has heard your prayers already. Okay, we have Child of Wands. So what is passionate for you? What brings you back alive? What makes you feel light and driven again? What excites you? What's spontaneous for you? Following that as well can bring you some more insights. It doesn't have to be the permanent method of achieving something, but it can inspire you, and that feeling of inspiration can take you forward in something that is more aligned with your spirit. We have Explorer of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles, putting in the work, being steady. We talked about steady, right? And the steadiness we were talking about, that's the Explorer of Pentacles. Putting in the work every day, being disciplined and structured again. We have the Hierophant, gaining a lot of spiritual wisdom, insight. The Hierophant also represents higher education, research, teaching, all of those things. So like I was talking about, you might have a mentor or someone that you can look up to, or a group of people you can look up to in order to help you move towards this direction. Pay heed to their advice. We also have Elder of Cups, makes me feel like there is a spirit guide very closely watching you and making sure that you orient yourself in this direction of your spirit, moving away from toxic patterns and habits so you don't keep attracting that into your vicinity. Don't attract heaviness, attract lightness and positivity. Yes, what else do we have? Three of Pentacles. Using all the resources you have, and again I'm getting that you have a lot of resources already that you can put to good use. Yes, your guide here is very compassionate and caring and empathetic. This can also be, again, this mentor or teacher that you look up to. That's possible. Empathetic, compassionate, deeply spiritual, highly aware of themselves or their emotions, anywhere along this spectrum. Okay, these were just some keywords that come with the Elder of Cups. Okay, what do we have? We have Elder of Swords or the King of Swords. So gaining that objective look on things, very Aquarian again. Objectively looking at your situation and seeing what is for the highest good and what is pulling me down. Because swords is again the air, so light, airy, free, flying. We have Two of Swords, so gaining more clarity. Elder of Swords brings you the clarity and the wisdom you need, and Two of Swords is talking about feeling stuck or not having clarity, feeling confused about which way to go, and unable to listen to your intuition. So as you follow the star or the North Star, you get more and more insights along the journey that can help you. I feel as though there will be a lot of different mentors that come along the way in your learning process. We have Elder of Cups, Elder of Swords, Hierophant, and the Emperor. All of them are authority figures. This can also be pointing you that you can learn through this process and become an authority as well, pointing you towards regaining your own structure and balance that is latent within you. Yes, okay, we have the World, we have Explorer of Cups, and we have the Ace of Cups here. So a lot of emotional support, definitely closing out all chapters of subconscious programming and moving towards things that are actually very deeply fulfilling to you. That is where your future self is pointing you towards, because that's what it is doing. So it's kind of giving you advice of how you can move in that direction. Right? Ace of Cups is new potential for love as well, or creating stability in your love relationships or other partnerships. That's something that it can be pointing you towards as well. You can meet someone unexpectedly from a network that you are connected with, and so on. Many different manifestations that this can take. I just gave you the energetic reading here, so take it as it resonates. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Pile 4. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this helped. Let me know your thoughts. If you want a personal reading, you can always get one from my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other readings. They're all there on my channel. And until next time, take care.